It was skin dark as sin, considered an orphan. Miss Hannigan's had me consider deep sleep in the coffin. Hair costs as a college credit. My lips like Kylie with the college in it. And self-hatred has been exhibited, isn't it? Magnificent how we focus more on the frivolous. You cute for being collisionist, ridiculous. I don't get intimate with none of those black boys. Both sentences have been infamous. Subjected to these thoughts without a syllabus. Associated acts with black skin is villainous. I lack that privilege. Been taught to hate my shade before the day that I got into it. All hail to Hemmingsworth and chastise the Chadwick Bosemans. We praise this white God, forgetting we royal in moments when thunder comes. Cover my chest while I'm running from the spears they threw at this young T'Challa. Through logic, he's young, but he gotta be dumb. Misdiagnosed, profound.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, nomads, party people, and strangers everywhere across the internet, and I can't fake this. Guys, 2018 has been an awful year for so many individuals, for so many different reasons, whether it's from different attacks across multiple countries, different people being torn from their families. So many heart-wrenching events have happened, and a lot of people that we've looked up to for generations have left us, where we have this huge vacuum in our hearts about what can we do now for the next generation if our heroes aren't around anymore. It has been a heart-wrenching year in every capacity that anyone could ever imagine. And I'm not even touching on stuff that's just grounded in America. I mean, just around the globe, it's been heart-wrenching. But we have to focus on the positive stuff today because we are covering the first of the last two countdowns I'm doing for 2018 because the last couple of videos are being moved strictly to 2019 due to the fact they need to be hammered out, be rewritten, all that sort of good stuff. So I've had to do some rearranging stuff for the top 8 selection right now because certain songs had to be moved around to make sure that they do the proper motif here and there, and I didn't want to do stuff that was inappropriate or out of context. So here we are today with the top 8 songs, well, not good or bad, but interesting songs from 2018. We're going to divide it up 4 indie and 4 mainstream, as well as only being from songs in 2018, nothing from the years prior. Only songs that I've heard and no artists from the prior year, which means no Oswin Benjamin, no Little Sims, no None Like Joshua, none of the artists from the 2017 list. 2016 can come back, but I'm not going to do it because it's unfair to these other artists that need more recognition. With that being the case, let's kick off the events with number 8. Number 8 is technically going to be a tie between The Middle by Emory. Emory? I can't pronounce her name properly. And Gianna Lynn Iatarola. I can't pronounce that last name to save my life. Where The Middle for Emory.
To my left hand, to my right, I see it now. I am caught in the middle.
And Receipts by Gianna Lynn.
Well, I came to return what you sold me, and I've got receipts.
I couldn't decide between these two lovely independent artists right now because, well, both their songs were sublimely divine. For Emory's song, The Middle, was actually one of the songs that I've actually appreciated a lot more for how to handle when you're crumbling from the inside after a breakup or a tragic past relationship to then flip the script to then move on to something better. It's literally something from a female artist that I can respect, unlike 2 other songs that I could think of, Cardi B, Megan, that actually does justice to the motif in a way that's justifiable instead of just to do a cash grab of pop lyrics to make people get up and dance when you're not supposed to do that. But fuck it, whatever, I'm gonna move on from that topic and just still focus on Emory's song was incredible. Well, for Gianna Lynn's song of Receipts, if you guys have heard the EP of No Longer Silent, it is quite frankly one of the best EPs of 2018 that I've heard in a long time. And I'm not just trying to say this as a biased manner. It is a great EP for someone trying to go independent after terrible management. So if you guys want to hear about that, I don't mind having Gianna Lynn listed in the description below if she ever sees this video, to just have people be notified about what happened in a way that I can't describe. But Receipts does cover how a former artist of any label would actually feel when they're trying to leave someplace for a very crappy reason. Not for them, just it was crappy for her. And it just emphasizes that whole empowering movement in the same way that Emory does for a relationship. It literally staples that she isn't trying to falter downward into a big spiral of events that would lead her into depression, rather than she's using this as a platform to say that she is trying to get a lot further in the capacity that she wants to, but she wants the receipts about all the time that she's put in, because payback is a motherfucker if you are not careful. And it literally has a big enough staple to, you want to hear her get her reparations for what has been haunting her for this whole entire deal. And I accept and appreciate that a lot more than other artists that try to backpedal in this situation. So I couldn't decide between the two, and that's kind of the sad thing, since they both deserve to be on this list as just singular artists. But due to the fact that they both hit on such powerful topics together, I thought it would also be respectful if two strong women shared the platform together to just instrument that, yes, there are good artists in the wing. It's just mainstream media does not register that there's good artistry in the world. Coming in at number 7, we are talking about Hey Look Ma, I Made It from Panic at the Disco.
Hey, look, ma, I made it. Hey, look, ma, I made it.
Now, before anyone here tries to do some fact checking, just like, well, I'll say here, Mr. V, I'm pretty sure that song dropped in 2017. Check the discography. It dropped in June 22nd of 2018, along with the music video still dropping this year. Fact check yourself, bitch. Secondly, I already know a lot of people are going to be like, well, this is going to be another thing about how record labels are going to be this, that, and the third thing. How is this going to be interesting, V? Well, if you guys are going to be shutting the fuck up and stop sucking on goddamn breast milk from Cambodian immigrants like a goddamn P. Diddy, allow me to actually point out to you guys why this song is actually important. For generations, we've heard a lot from alternative, independent, pop, rock, heavy metal, heavy rock, classic rock, all the types of rock genres actually try to talk about entertainment labels as a whole, whether it's subliminal or direct. No one actually listens in a viable manner, because a lot of the charismatic people that we would listen to are dead. And we only hear about this stuff after the fact in other mediums that aren't through rock music, whether it's alternative or not. Whether it's through pop rock or not. But with Panic at the Disco, we have that charismatic artist once again of Brandon Urie, who everyone still clamors over because it's fucking Brandon Urie. The man himself is literally trying to put on this huge show that he's been a puppet of his label, whether it was the label he's with now or not. He's been in that whole game of trying to play out how the record labels, how the fandoms, how the entertainment media at large wants him to be. And it's a sad story when you just kind of see it through just the visual means, but the lyric means are just as subliminal. You don't see it as often because a lot of artists now are just trying to clamor on, get those ducats and bills. But then you also get those weird conspiracy theories just like, it's Illuminati nonsense. Or guys, if I can just stop you from sniffing paint long enough to understand, there's not that much that any secret organization could do that record labels don't do already. Case in point, like I said before, artists come out all the time about how record labels fuck them over long before shadow organizations get involved. Stop snorting glue for 5 seconds for that nonsense. But in any case, though, Brandon Urie's whole appeal with Panic at the Disco does showcase that people will in fact listen nowadays and actually try to do more petitions for the record label, hopefully, to make sure they treat their artists with a lot more respect, a lot more credence, and just make sure they don't get fucked over the same way other good artists have over the generations, if not since music has been in existence. Because God knows we don't need another Kurt Cobain incident. Now, going into number 6, to kind of hammer in that same point that we've been doing for, I guess, 3 songs that I'm going to be technical, is Imagine Dragons' Machine.
I am the machine.
I'm going to stop everyone here because I know everyone's going to be in the comment section just like, V is so anti-establishment. V is so anti-music industry. I honestly don't care because I haven't really tried to pursue music as a profession for, let's see, 13 years. I don't care in the fucking slightest about how industry music has been played out. I just care about the artist as a whole because if you're going to be a fan, you're supposed to fucking care. But going into the actual list itself, so you guys can stop bitching and moaning, Machine is literally Imagine Dragon trying to challenge out everyone, saying that you all try to be part of the cogs in this whole machinations as to how the music industry is ran, how you guys have to dress, how you guys have to act, how you gotta do these songs, how you gotta be in these shows. And it's honestly one of those real songs from artists that aren't afraid to say, "Hey you! I'm not your fucking puppet! I'm my own machine!" And literally sticks to their guns about it, because if you heard Imagine Dragon over the years, they don't give a fuck what other people have been trying to say about how they've been doing their whole tonal shift in how they do their music. They go in, they have no regrets, they come out feeling great about how they want to do things because they're not part of the machine. They're their own machinations in the music industry that we've been clamoring for years. Whether you like them or not, they're literally the dark horse, just like, fuck you! We do what we want. I don't know why I'm being British today. But yeah, that's basically how the whole motif is going in this industry. And I'm actually enjoying the climate of how artists are trying to challenge the medium as a whole, as the industry is starting to crumble a little bit by a little bit with all these crappy artists that keep signing, no matter what the genre is. But speaking of people trying to be their own machine, coming in at number 5, I'm going to do a little bit of some self-promo for somebody important to me. We're going to do My Country by Segaki. If you guys have not heard of Segaki, there are a few reasons why. They're mostly a British heavy metal band. Also, the lead guitarist in the group is my little brother, Matty Green. See why it's a small bit of self-promo over the whole big thing about why this song is interesting? Like, honestly, this song was not going to be on the list until I kept rehearing it, and I'm like, I headbanged so bad, I was with a migraine for about 3 months straight, and I think my neck was forever broken for like maybe 5 months after the fact. It's an incredible song about trying to be a new anthem for the heavy metal genre. It's visceral, it's intense, it's powerful, and most assuredly, even if there is a huge powerful message that I'm missing at this point, it is bombastic to hear in the middle of like a small rave, a big party, where they're trying to blare it out when you're trying to make the most bomb-ass chili. And I mean most bomb-ass chili. Hashtag best chili in the world. It is one of the greatest songs I've heard from an independent rock band in so long that I'm like, yo, when's the album dropping? And that's all I can probably say at this point, because Segaki's discography isn't built up at this point. I'll be talking about them more and more in music reviews as a whole, as well as all these other artists that I've been talking about in this countdown. But right now, yeah, just super bombastic, and I'm appreciating why I'm putting it literally at the teeter's end, about 8 to 5. 4 through 1, though, it's gonna be a little different.
I hope you enjoy.
Starting off at number 4, we're gonna be doing something a little nasty.
Sounds sexy.
No, you guys don't have to be all disgusted. No, I mean, like, the song is called Nasty by Blimes and Gifted Gab.
I'm too nasty, never let another fuck get past me. I'm too nasty, I never let another punk bitch slip past me.
Now, I mean, I could have used another song from them that's just as good, but I feel like Nasty does a good song anthem to just bad bitches that just want to be heard in the rap game that we haven't heard in a long time. But no. When it comes to the whole spectrum into Blimes and Gifted Gab, they are literally using the whole song to paint a huge picture of, yeah, they've been a little bit under the radar, they've been a little bit undergoing everything that the rap game has been trying to throw at other female artists. Instead of using the sex appeal, about how to use other sort of stuff, they're literally challenging the audience of, yeah, we female artists. The fuck you gonna do about it? Nothing? Exactly. So shut your fucking mouth. As they just do everything in their power to just be like, no one's gonna be slipping past them. No punk bitch is gonna be trying to do this, that, and the third thing. It's literally trying to be the bad bitch anthem that everyone's been looking for in the rap game, while they were just trying to clamor, oh my god, Cardi B! Oh my god, Nicki Minaj! Oh my god, all of you dumb bitches that can't really do any good raps anymore are so good! Instead of just actually looking for individuality and good lyricism into how they do their songs. I've been very salty towards Cardi B this year. I've just noticed this.
I hope you enjoy.
After I had that whole epiphany, number 3 is Bait by YouTuber extraordinaire of Jonathan Young.
I'm a hypocrite, I know, but that button down below. So be careful when you choose to take the bait.
I've been giving a lot of credence to the rock genre this whole entire countdown, so none of you guys can say I'm a hip-hop head. I have an eclectic taste. The Bait is one of the original songs that Jonathan Young has produced for this year that is honestly one of the most relatable one in the factor of anyone that is a YouTuber that is actually climbing up the ranks can understand. And Jonathan Young points that out in a lot of ways, where when you get to be bigger, trying to surmount all the stuff with numbers, how people want you to do these certain actions, how the fan bases want you to go in these different directions, you then start falling prey towards how the industry treats its artists in the same vein as trying to be internet famous, or just famous as a whole. It's never an escaping vacuum towards how you want to do things because, well, everything is torn apart. You're left with nothing more than a lot of empty questions because there is no beneficial answer for what you're trying to do. Everything that you're aspiring towards is literally being tiptoed around for an algorithm, for a fandom, for how a lot of people want to paint you in this corner, and it's making you feel less like a predator trying to steal what is rightfully yours, and more a prey just going towards the bait to be devoured by the true predator, which is people trying to feast on your individuality, your talent, what makes you who you are. And that's why I think the song is so high up, because it's, instead of challenging what is the industry, it's challenging what is fame, what is recognition, what is being well known. because anyone can get at that level of 1 million subscribers, 2 million, 3 million, PewDiePie numbers, T-Series numbers, in no time flat if they were to do everything in a sellout allegory for selling your soul to Mephisto. We can all be Jonathan Faust in our own unique fashion and in any facet of the word of how to get famous. But you don't want to fall prey to everything, because falling prey will never give you satisfaction. Just utter sadness and, quite frankly, nothing but heartache and depression.
I hope you enjoy.
Alright, top 2. How are we going to do this? By covering the last mainstream artist that I can think of JID, with his song Working Out from his album, The DiCaprio 2.
Keep my head up in the clouds. Shit ain't really working out. Shit ain't really working out. Shit ain't really working out.
I'm probably going to fact check later and then put the official album somewhere in the corner of the video to showcase if I got it wrong. But yes, we're covering the song from his album that dropped at the tail end of 2018. Why? Because the Colors Show version actually did better than the studio version. Imagine that. A song that does better in a live facet than it does in the studio. Who could have guessed? But Working Out, in contrast to Work Out by J. Cole many years ago, is instead a song about whether you're trying to believe in yourself more when you're trying to go towards a goal, whether you're trying to fight more, whether you're trying to do more, but you just don't feel like everything is going to work out for you as a whole. Even if you start getting a little bread, you got your peoples working out with you and all this sort of stuff. It's literally a fascinating tale about stuff of whether or not you're going to believe in yourself long enough to see if everything's going to work out, or you're going to be a defeatist person saying, shit is never going to work out. You are never going to get that platform, never going to get that recognition, never get even that huge, bona fide level of recognition that people deserve in this capacity. It is an amazing song when you just break it down in a live sense, because you feel that passion, that ferocity, that whole genuine rawness that not a lot of artists do anymore, because no one is really confident enough to dive in and say all their insecurities when they're getting in that bigger level. Just, oh, I'm this, that, and the third thing. I'm the shit. I'm bona fide bombastic. And it's like, do you shut up and hear yourself, because you sound like a cry for help. I guess that's why I didn't really fuck with Meek Mill's album, because although it was okay-ish, I didn't feel that same connection people try to say of, oh, he's that real hood man. He really does talk for the streets. And it's like, you mean like every other artist that talks for the streets? NWA, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Nas, old Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes back in the day, MC Lyte, Missy Elliott, old Lil Wayne, even Eminem when he was growing up in Detroit. Like, none of those artists actually connect with you guys about and talking about the streets in a way that Meek Mill has been doing on repeat for years now. But instead with JID, he's just literally saying his own personal insecurities now that he's getting more recognition in this one song that, yeah, I just appreciate more than just an entire album from a bigger artist. Whether you guys appreciate that in the same facet as I do or not, I just leave it all up to you. It's not like I care anything if people say that I'm wrong. Before we get into number 1, I want to give all these sort of slots now to some honorable mentions. So,
Que tú estás rico, que estás rico, que estás rico. Tú sabes que tú estás rico. Self-care, I'm treating me right. Yeah, hell yeah.
FM.
Mama insufficient funds laid at the altar. Olive oil when she prayed for us. God phone off, but I still can't stray from the thought. No.
Style is unpractical, we laugh at you, haha. Blimey brought the swisher, so you know I got the la-la. And ta-da, we beat the mama and the papa, so every...
Now where the fuck do I start? Had a lot of shit I've been dealing with. Took a look at my reflection. Gotta say that I'm feeling it. Heard niggas got clout now. I made the choice to start stealing.
God on speed dial, devil on rebound. Take a little seat now. You getting kicked out the house if you ask me to freestyle. I don't freak. Talking in the building and you're lucky if I let you in the treehouse.
Now at number 1, I've had to tackle a lot of different artists. I had to tackle a lot of different motifs. And then I had to stop to myself and be like, you know, I've been getting really real throughout entries 2 through 8. Let's have some fun and do a little bit of something that I never truly do. So at number 1 of the most interesting song of 2018, it's Bodies by Flawless R.I. featuring Jadakiss.
I just kill 'em with success. Let the bodies hit the flow. Let the bodies hit the kill 'em, kill 'em, kill 'em. Let the bodies hit the kill 'em, kill 'em, kill 'em. Let the bodies hit the kill 'em, kill 'em.
This is surprising for me because we've been getting so real. It's like, can I even have a little fun here, my G? But no, we about to have a little bit of fun here, cause Bodies, it's not a deep song. It's not even a song that's for people just like, you know what? That's about life right there. Like, if you guys are waiting for like this big message from Bodies, there is none. Like, yeah, numbers 2 through 8, great songs for the message. This one, it's like, I put in all this work as a young kid in Rhode Island to just finally get his foot even further in the door for the music industry. Let me have this fun. And he goes straight in. Flawless destroyed his verses enough to actually invite Jadakiss into the booth with him to do this collaboration. And I'm not hating on any artist that actually did pop off this year. Token did good. Jordan Lucas did good. Tory Lanez, go fuck yourself. Everyone did a good enough job with this stuff, but Flawless literally decided to take all of his hard work, all of the big songs he's been building up, every single momentum that he's been striving for, and just banging it out in this song of like, let me have a little fun and show you guys what the fuck you've been missing. And that's why I appreciate this as the number 1 song of 2018, because we need more people like this in not just the music industry, but filming, video games, stuff with books. Everything as the entertainment industry as a whole has to be on a higher level. It has to be super appreciated for being what it is. Raw, real, intense, as well as just having fun from building up where you've started. And if that doesn't scream how you want 2018 in a nutshell to be instead of how it was, I don't know what is. But anyway though, guys, that is the entire list of 2018. If you guys have more interesting songs, like I said before, leave it in the comments below. I love listening to more music, more artists, and giving more recognition as a whole. And I'll even be doing some more highlight stuff throughout 2019 about songs that I did miss this year if you guys are up and interested for it as like music review episodes, as I'm losing my voice. So, next countdown coming up soon. Top 8 video games of 2018. I will see you guys then.
You crazy mother.